Good to come out here on the road, get a win. A lot of resiliency. Obviously, the way it started out, a 100-yard return after we drove the ball down on them. Thought we played good, efficient football. Thought our quarterback played good again. So he's continued to run game. Pass game was efficient, hit a couple big plays. And then defensively and special teams, again, we were grinding back and forth. They got a lot of talent on their football team. It's a good offensive football team. They've been doing a good job defensively, taking away passes. But proud of the guys to come out here, play a good game, and get a win on the road. And, I think it was Tuesday, Goby brought that play up to me. We talked about who we thought would be a good candidate to do the jump. And Isaiah, came to mind, and he executed perfectly. So proud of our team, our coaches. They put a lot of hard work in to come out here on the road. Started out similar, not the same, but similar to the Cleveland week when we bounced back. So proud of the guys, competed well, got the result we want. But really the process is what I'm proud of, how they stay true to it, how they practiced, how they prepared, meetings, all those type of things. So, good win.
What did you think? What did you see that made you think that play would work here and against this team?
Yeah, well, you put a lot of trust in your assistants. So Goby thought it would be a good. He showed me a few clips of, and we held it too. We were, I kept asking for it during the game. I thought, we probably had a chance at it. And Goby's like, I just want to set it up one more. And look, there's risk reward to it because if you get a penalty, then it's a first down for the offense. But I thought Goby did a great job of just setting up the rush. Called it at the perfect time, and then, Isaiah's over there before the play practicing get-offs and what he's doing. So he was prepared to go. We had Dexter in there. Well-executed play at a critical situation.
Brian, did you guys notice that Tomlinson would always typically go real low when you blocked like that?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the strategy, but, look, we put a lot of hard work into it every week as a coaching staff. That's our job, is to try to put the players in the best position we can. And then ultimately on Sundays, it's their job to go out there and perform and execute and, work together with the coaches and give and take stuff. It was a good team win.
What do you think on Isaiah on the field goal block? He usually is on that.
Yeah, but we moved him around. Look, it was just a good game plan play by Goby and the special teams guys. And then, I was asking for it a little bit earlier. And, he just got a lot of trust in our coaching staff. It's a very cohesive unit all the way through. Special teams, defense, offense, a bunch of good people to work with.
Brian, as a play caller, how challenging was it? Your starting running back's not there, so you have a rookie. And obviously Malik's not there, who gets so many targets. For you to change things up and, maybe use some guys in different situations or, you had to trust rookies.
That's the job of a coach. So, that's what you work during the week for. We moved Slayton over to where Neighbors was a bunch, and he was on the other side usually. So now he has to learn not learn because he's been with us for however many years, since we've been here. And one of the reasons is because he's very dependable and he's smart. So to hear a personnel group and for the training camp and all this, you're going to this position and then all of a sudden have to flip it and go to that position. That's Slay though. He's a great teammate. He's always done whatever we've asked of him. And I've said that numerous times. So I'm happy for him. I don't know what was his production. I know it was probably quite a bit. It was good to see the rookies. They're developing still. It's early. This is October now, so you kind of figure out September some of the things you need to work on. And one game really has nothing to do with the next, so we'll do it all over again against a very challenging opponent, high-powered team coming up here in a week.
Dave, how about the moment for Simmons in particular, a guy who some weeks hasn't dressed?
Yeah.
And then today he does what he does.
Yeah, I think he's dressed every week, if I'm not mistaken, but that's okay. I said that. I gave him a game ball. It's, look, he's a high first-round pick. He's been on a couple different teams. There's certain roles that he plays, and not everybody is a starter for you. That means the people that play behind them or the specific roles we have, they have to execute their job at a high level. Whatever that role is, that's what good teammates do. Certainly everybody wants the ball on offense or play 100% of the time, but this is a team game, and you can only put 11 out there. when your number's called, we're expecting you to make the play. So I'm proud of the young man for that. He made one hell of a play at the end of the game to seal it. So, and I give Goby a lot of credit. First-year coordinator, schemed it up, brought it up. It was a good team win.
What impressed you, Brian, about Tracy, his running?
Got a lot of yards. Yeah. He was productive. He was productive. He was tough. I mean, he's doing I don't know if it's eat more or whatever it is, on the sideline. Give him the ball. And, he ran hard. He saw the holes. He pressed the hole. That's something we've been working hard on him with, is pressing the hole and setting up your blocks. Made some extra yards with the ball in his hand. I don't know. He had a bunch of yards too, right? Yeah. Tracy, I don't know, whatever it was. What was it? Yeah, like 7. What was the average? He had to have a high average. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they all do, but there's certain, certain plays we left out there too. So there's a lot of things to clean up. But I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of our coaches to come all the way across the country and, lose a tough couple games here in the last month, which I thought we competed at. I think we're getting better. We're certainly not there, but, I just think the cohesiveness of the staff, the players, I think that's important, particularly early on in the year. A lot of hard workers, a lot of team players, put the team first. But long way to go. It's one game in a tough environment. But what I'm proud of is, how they responded to early in the game. When that big play happened, it was very similar to Cleveland. And I think, let me say this. Somebody asked, I think it was you, about the fans. Our fans were awesome again. They were at, Washington, traveling out on the road. I mean, it's nice to hear, New York Giant chants at the end of the game. So shout out to the fans.
Dave, how fun is it to coach Daniel Jones when he's playing at the level he was at today?
Well, it's always been fun to coach him because he's a true pro. So, again, I always want the results, but have a lot of confidence in him, how he's playing, how he's preparing. Feel comfortable putting the ball in his hands. This is what we did early in the game. We went after him a little bit, throwing the ball. So, I got a lot of confidence in him.
How much do you think it helps?
Go ahead.
When he's running and lowering his shoulder into defenders, does that type of thing bleed in a good way into your team?
Yeah, anytime a quarterback does that. Again, you got to be smart about it, but he's a true competitor. I mean, there was, a play a couple weeks back, him pushing on the goal line in Cleveland. He's a competitive young man who, again, Daniel Jones has done everything that I and we have asked him to do. He's here early. He stays late. He's got good leadership traits. It's never been easy for him, but everything we've asked him to do, he does it at the very best he can do it. And he's played some good football here. We're going to need him to continue to do that.
What about Slayton? And I don't know what you make of that initial penalty, and then he comes right back though and gets a big touchdown catch.
Yeah, I didn't see the play. That's certainly something that we showed abundance here the last couple weeks. I'm not sure he was really doing what I think he was doing, and he was very regretful and remorseful for doing it. So we've talked about it a bunch, but and then we go ahead and look, that play that he hit. He wasn't even a primary guy, so Wandell was, and they kind of played a little bit of a double move, and that was a secondary read, an unbelievable play by DJ to see it, and a great route by 86 on that big. I don't know how many yards was it, Jordan? 41. Okay.
Dave, you mentioned a couple more. You mentioned the environment here.
Yeah.
Your offensive line, I don't believe you had one pre-snap penalty.
Yeah.
How that group has come together. I mean, I don't know if you're able to do the thing
Yeah.
you did offensively without that group putting on that performance today.
Yeah, I said this. They're a veteran group, well coached by Carm and James. There's good chemistry in that room. There's a lot of extra meetings, Art, not just with the line, but they're staying late on Wednesdays and Thursdays and getting all sorts of food. Running backs are staying in there. It's good food too. So it's just they're a close knit group, and that's what you need to be offensive line wise. And they're veterans that have played a lot of football. Again, this is our second win. Certainly, we'd like to have more, but we don't. So go back to work this week and do the very best we can.
How much you think it helped Tyrone Tracy that he got an opportunity to get in a rhythm, right? And do you think that matters more maybe for young running back when he's more involved rather than having to sit there and wait for his opportunities?
Yeah, I'd probably say that there's truth to that. I mean, I think for any running back, the more carries you get, the more lathered you get, but those carries have to be productive carries. You know, you go out and hand it off and you gain a yard and 0, and you're, you know, one of the things, we were one of the more productive teams in the first 4 weeks of passing the football, self-scout-wise, on first down production, and less on run game. It's something that, and I don't know what the numbers are today, something back we'll continue to look at of, you know, giving ourselves a good chance on second down, or even skipping some of those where we're not having, you know, 18 third downs a game. I don't know how many we had today. But certainly, you know, I think for any player, when you get into a rhythm, you want a ball. It's like a streaky basketball shooter. The more you make and shoot, or the more you shoot, the more you're going to make.
Brian, did you think at all about quarterback sneaking it on the play that Eric Gray fumbled? I mean, it was such a short distance there.
Yeah, there was. Well, I'm not going to get into strategy. There was a couple things there. Look, they made a good play on the edge. We didn't get it in, and again, the thing I'm most proud of is how we came back here.
Did you have to say anything in the sideline? You know, or just, you know, you got to go quick. You give them the ball on offense, but I mean, that's incredible. That's like a.
Say what?
I don't know. Keep your heads up, or.
No, I said we should have profanity scored when we're down here. You know, that's the expectation. You know, no more of wish you shoulda, coulda, woulda. Let's do it.
A win like this, Dana?
Yeah, feels good. Big time play at the end, obviously, by Isaiah, and special teams. Defense played great all day against a really good offense. So feels good. I think, like any game, there's some stuff we want to, do better and clean up, but got to enjoy these.
What's going through your head as you watch that field goal kick?
I think just hoping something like that happens. Yeah, a huge play by Isaiah and that whole unit, and thought special teams played great today.
What was your mindset coming into this game with no Malik, no Singletary?
We say, we've said since training camp how much we like our skill guys and how deep we think those positions are, and you saw a lot of guys step up today and make a lot of plays. So, when we say that, we mean it. We have a lot of confidence in those guys, and they stepped up and played really well.
You had drives of 16, 12, and 11 plays, and your time of possession was just crazy at one point. Is that your typical offense? Was that something you saw with them? Was it just the way the game played out?
I think we've done that, at points this season, and when we're executing well, I think, just being consistent, moving the ball, throwing it, running it, a couple chunks here and there. I think, we've been able to do that, and I think that's just about consistent execution. And I think it's a good defense we played today, and they got a lot of good players, but we always try to focus on what we need to do to execute.
Honestly, offense held the ball for forever. We had to stay warm on the sideline, but they did a good job controlling the clock, and we got stops and helped give them the ball back to keep controlling it.
Pass rush winds up coming up with 7 total sacks, and as your partner just told you, it was a good day for you too. What added to the pass rush today? I think we executed the plan well, and the DBs was covering they butts off. I said they were covering well, gave us time to get there. Gino was looking for his second read, third read, and that gave us time to get there. Walker has been known as such a slippery back, someone who breaks a lot of tackles, forces guys to miss, but you seem to keep him under control too. Yeah, it was a big emphasis. Like you said, he's a special back, and we know we had to stop the run early and often, and offense puts points up for us, so we ain't have to worry about him too much. I want to go back to what you said before about the offense did so well in the first half to help you, then special teams clinches the game. That is the ultimate complementary football. Hey, that's what we're trying to build around here, complementary football. Short fields for the offense, and special teams can help with that for both defense and offense. You've been around here a long time. This has been a house of horrors for the Giants, and this win could be one of those things that really sparks you. Yeah, I think we're a good team, and good teams take this and run with it. So our goal is to turn a chapter Monday, tomorrow, and just get ready for Cincinnati, honestly.
How good do you feel for Simmons getting to really
achieved in that moment?
Yeah, he made an impact play. We went over in practice, and he executed it well. So, I'm happy for him. He accepted his role, and that's what we got to do as a team. Each player got to accept their roles.
But that really helped you win the game.
No, for sure. Yeah, it did help us win the game. Yeah, but that's the people. We got to play our roles, and that's what he did, and it helped us win.
Does help on the longest flight home of the year? Is this kind of?
Yeah. I mean, we can enjoy it a little longer, but at the end of the day, we executed the plan well, and that's the name of the game, man. And we're a good football team. We just got to keep proving it on Sunday.
When you saw, you guys did so well bottling up so many guys, and then Geno takes off on that long run.
Yeah, that was on me. I told the guard good on that one, but I got him back at the end of the game.
I would say the butterflies was something that always going to happen on game day. I prepare the right way. I have people around me that helps me prepare, like Motor. He was a great help this throughout the week. Helped me on just film study, knowing the backers, knowing the D-line, things of that such. And then for me personally, really when you get out there after that first snap, the butterflies really go away. You gotta stay focused, understand the game plan, and just rely on your fundamentals and your technique.
You had 3 100-yard rushing games last year at Purdue. What was it that was going so right for you today? Obviously, the offensive line was a big part.
Oh, yeah, the O-line. I would say the O-line for sure. If you go back and watch the tape, you will see that, they was placing their D-line on their side of the ball. And that, for me, it makes it way easier for me to see the lanes, understand, where the point is, and then, making a run after that. My biggest thing, I always want to be an explosive runner. So every time I touch the ball, I want to make sure it's a positive game.
Well, I thought it was significant. You ran a lot inside as well as outside. It wasn't just open space stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important that you show the different styles and the different kinds of yards you were able to get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like my game is very unique. You can split me out as a receiver, but then a lot of people don't understand I can also do the inside game as well. That kind of gets lost in translation just because I'm a receiver. I'm coming a running back. So the big question mark really coming into the league was, can he run inside zone? Obviously, I can do the outside stuff. I can do the open space, but they didn't know if I could do, in between the tackles. I think today I definitely did answer the bell.
We know the O-line was a big part of what you did, and Singletary obviously helped mentor you as well. But how about Daniel Jones? How important was your quarterback in helping you succeed today?
Oh, he was amazing. He always came up to me on the sideline, making sure that I was good, but then also telling me praise. Not just him though. You got the O-line. They all came up big, man. Jermaine, he came up to me multiple times, man, just telling me, keep going. The defense coming up to me, telling me, keep going, great run. And when you have a team that comes up to a rookie and lets him know that, hey, we have confidence in you, we believe in you, that helps me out, and to know that I'm doing the right thing, and then also I'm on the right track. I'm not doing anything wrong, and I just want to help the team. That's the biggest thing that I want to do when I'm out there on the football field.
You had over 200 yards as an offense in the first half. How much does that balanced offense between run and pass really help you guys out?
Yeah, I mean, it helps out a lot because as a defense, you don't want them to stack the box, but you also want them to, really just help us in a way. I would say when you
keep them on their heels, right?
Yeah, when you do run and pass, like you said, keep them on their heels, but at the same time, you want to make sure that when you run the ball, you're running downhill, whether you can do outside zone, inside zone, pass the ball over their head. So a variety of different things so they don't know your next move.
Tae Banks, you talked this week about being reflective and trying to fix a couple of things that you were disappointed about yourself, and the coaches kind of made point to tell you. It sure seemed to work today. What was it about your mentality that made things click?
I just stayed confident and just kept going. For me, I kept being Tae Banks.
Yeah, well, see, you're always a confident guy, and I think that's the important thing is that you never lost that.
Yeah, never lost it.
Tell me if you can about the threat of their receiving core. They've got guys who have incredible skill sets.
Yeah.
What was the challenge in terms of dealing with those?
Really just being ourselves, going out there and being ourselves. We know we got 11, 16, and 14, so just going out there and competing.
What did you think of the pass rush today?
Great pass rush. They did their thing today. I can't lie.
How much did that help?
It helps tremendously. Especially just covering and we know oh yeah, they're going to head home, so we just got to be able to cover.
Could you tell much in the first half that they were getting frustrated offensively? They weren't getting their hands on the ball much.
Yeah, they couldn't really get a lot of going. They had maybe 3 drives where they couldn't get a first down. So
right,
they couldn't really get it going early.
Now, at the same time, there was the Big Smith scramble that helped them try to get back into the game at the end until special teams wound up holding on. How nerve-wracking was that?
It was great. Actually, I originally just went to the side. I'm like, let's block it. And I just took a knee. As soon as I took a knee, we blocked it, and I ran down the sideline.
You wanted the ball.
Nah, I ain't wanted the ball. I just wanted to celebrate.
Well, Bryce, Isaiah Simmons comes in on that blocked field goal. He's telling me that he told teammates on the bench, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. So what exactly made him so confident and you so confident that that was going to happen?
That's just how we practiced it, honestly. It happened exactly how we practiced, how we anticipated. Big shout out to Zay and special teams coordinator Coach Goby for installing that. I mean, it happened exactly how you said it was going to happen, so couldn't work out any better.
So there was something on the film?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we knew Zay is a freak athlete, and he had the ability to do that, jump over the line, and it worked perfect.
Okay, so now he gets the block, and Isaiah was saying to me, I'm just hoping somebody can get the ball. So what did you see? You knew you had to hustle to get it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it happened exactly how we installed it. I was supposed to go to that depth just because when he blocked it, it happened exactly how we said. So the ball just landed right in my hands, and after that, I mean, we kind of knew.
Okay, so how many teammates were screaming, give me the ball, because I knew you were not going to give it up.
Nah, and I had to get that touchdown. You never know when you're going to get the next one, so I had to get in that box.
Well, this team's been talking about how when you came back from your ACL, your special team stuff was definitely valuable. How gratifying is it for you personally to be able to make such a big special teams play?
It feels good, but, it's never really about me. Everybody on the field does their job, and they put me in a position to succeed, too. So, like I said before, shout out to Coach Goby, Zay, and, all my other teammates out there on special teams because we're all playing a role to the best of our ability to get the win ultimately.
How much different does a special teams touchdown feel than a receiving touchdown?
That's my first special teams touchdown, so, I don't really know how the receiving feels, but in the league at least. But it felt good. It was kind of just a blur.
Did you play specials at all in college?
Yeah, I did. I played specials all of my 4 years, yeah.
Right, so this was nothing new to you, and you take a lot of pride in doing it.
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in doing it, just because, they trust me to be out there. You're supposed to make game-changing plays, so like I said before, I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
This is the kind of win that can really turn around a season, isn't it?
For sure. We just got to keep building on it, get back to work, just keep getting better.
Looks like you also did the same thing for Tracy, though. His rookie steps up into the lineup, and you guys really got the holes going for him.
Tracy's a baller. Tracy is a baller, and, I mean, y'all saw that today. Dev's a baller. We have 2-3 really good running backs in that backfield, and, it was Tracy's turn to go out there and just do his thing, and that's what he did. And, his patience in the backfield and the way he's able to hit the hole and, create something out of nothing is ridiculous. So, like I said, once he gets more confident, too, in the system, the sky's the limit.
Jermaine, the way you guys ran the ball all the way down the field, you get down to the goal line and then lose it on a turnover, and they come back and get the score on it. How did you resiliently bounce back from that emotionally?
Well, I mean, think about Cleveland. We're about to get the ball, fumble, they score a touchdown. Now we have to go back on the field and, try to pick up all the crumbs that were left out there. And so for us, I think that just shows how resilient this team is, how the mentality of this team is completely different now, and how it doesn't matter how much we're down by, we're always going to be in the game, and we're going to try to get back in the game and get back to where we need to be. And, I mean, the past 5 weeks, we've been moving the ball up and down the field. It's just about finishing, and we did a great job today at finishing, and we have to continue to, get better with that as each week goes on.
And finally, if I can, the pass protection over the last few weeks really seems to be gelling and coming together. Every single week, it looks like it's getting better for you.
Yeah, I think DJ is getting the ball out, and the receivers are doing a great job getting out their route in time to receive the ball. And then also, we're just taking pride in protecting DJ. I keep saying that he's a great quarterback, and if you give him time, he's going to dice up defenses. And obviously, he hasn't had that in past years, so we're really taking it on our shoulders now to give him as much time as he needs. I don't care how long he needs to hold the ball for. I'm going to make sure I block my guy and block him for as long as I can, and the rest of the 4 guys on the line with me feel the same way.
2-3 breathes new life into your season, doesn't it?
100%. Winning changes everything. Winning changes everything, and now we're going back home to play Cincinnati, and I think, did they win today?
Yeah. No, they lost. They lost to Baltimore.
Yeah, so, they're going to have a fire lit up under their, butts. So, we're going to have to come out and, not fall into the noise, because obviously the New York media is expecting crazy, especially when you win. So, we just got to keep our heads down and keep working, and don't let one win, let us get cocky. We got to stay humble, stay confident, and just go out there and play our game.